of paperwork or something. FAISE, my brother, how you doing?
Yo.
KK Flowers, what up, though? Hey, look, where we at with it, FAISE, man? Because a lot of people are saying somebody got to show some kind of paperwork at this point. It's like it's past the rap. It's like y'all been making crazy allegations on each other. Somebody gonna have to prove it, bro.
People saying they set people up and all kinds of stuff. Like,
Nah, this just the beginning, bro. I'm tired of spoiling shit, bro. It's just the beginning. It's
Damn.
gonna go way deeper than Kendrick and Drake. You watch what I'm saying. This is only the beginning.
like the Infinity War of rap.
Of
Yeah.
Hollywood. And beyond.
PDB, what up, bro?
You gotta keep in mind, they still trying to take Trump down. As we speaking, this nigga probably being arrested. You know what I mean? He get locked up every day. So they still trying to take him down for some strange reason. You know what I mean? Yeah. But as far as that other shit, as far as nigga gotta produce paperwork, it ain't gonna be no paperwork. We talking about the elites. They didn't even have paperwork for Epstein.
Facts.
They had rumors. And everybody think he did. So this is a whole different conversation. You know what I mean? This ain't about niggas untold on some nigga down the block. You know what I mean? This is you connected to that nigga, 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 to that nigga. Everybody falls if one person falls. Epstein was a fall guy for the big wigs. Go listen to my song, Here Comes Santa Claus. He was a fall guy. They needed him to fall. So we crack down on human trafficking, says the government. Give them Amber Alert, make sure they comfortable in their homes, thinking we give them a fuck, right? Don't tell them, listen, take this into consideration, right? You got technology that can track niggas' drug sales. They got algorithms set up in police cameras in every hood where they can literally detect how many niggas are coming in and out of somebody's spot. Put a number and percentage to your operation, how much you making and everything, and crack down when you make the most. That's when they know to come in. Because they going to reap what you done already put up, and then they going to lock you up and hit everybody else or get you to tell on other niggas to get their money. Y'all know how this go. The government is that crafty that they can put an algorithm to just how many times you've made a drug sale. And they don't have the technology to find children that's going missing. Come on, dog. So there's no paperwork.
That's crazy, bro.
Go ahead.
It's a camera on every damn corner, bro.
Yes.
It's like how these traffickers know the blind spot. Like, yeah, right, bro.
The government gets so crazy. Like, even when I was in the military, there's this place called CID. Like, you go in there, like if you in trouble for some stuff or whatever, you on your phone, you text them, they see all that. The moment you hit the door, they see everything.
What I could tell y'all is on a whole nother level, bro. Because again, I think people might be forgetting where we at, right?
Land free home of the slaves.
Huh?
It's a weird conundrum. Land of the free home of the slaves.
I mean, I'm not talking about the U.S. alone. I'm talking about planet Earth and who run this bitch, right? They way more advanced than what they'll ever tell people. So you got different levels of minions and soldiers. Drake and Kendrick is just they're gods in this reality, right? How you know they gods? Because they can't just announce they going to the Walmart on 3rd Street, right? They could actually get arrested for. Do you understand that? Because if they do, people coming from all over the world to go to that Walmart, that's a security risk, national security risk. You know what I mean? They can't just move how the average person moves. Same way I've said like before, Beyonce can't do that. Imagine Beyonce saying she about to pop up on this Walmart. She'll be locked up before she even get there. They'll shut the highways down as soon as she put the tweet out. You know what I'm saying? Because flights will be booked up. Traffic will be jammed. You know what I mean? These are guides. Wherever they step turns gold. So when Drake is saying, I'm way too famous for this. He ain't talking about he's too famous to get wrapped up in it. He not dumb. He's saying he don't think he can fall because of the elite hood that he's acquired. Haven't we seen this before? Let me tell you something else. R. Kelly, with the situation they were talking about with R. Kelly since I was little, don't have shit on what we actually talking about, but somehow they always sneak R. Kelly back into the conversation. You want to know why? Because R. Kelly is another one of the fall guys. How did that happen? When he was looking at the camera, he yelled to the camera. He wasn't talking to the fans. He was talking to the ones who sit behind, who sit behind, who sit behind. He said, I gave y'all 30 years. I gave y'all 30 years of my life. You can't, why? He said, y'all can't do this to me. Who is he talking to? You understand? When he looking into that camera, he like, y'all really finna shut me down? Y'all really finna take my whole livelihood? I gave my whole soul to you. I gave people songs. I serenaded your slaves for 30 years. You know what I mean? I promoted what y'all were telling me to promote for 30 years. Now I got to be the fall guy. They need fall guys. As soon as people think we got one, say R. Kelly, boom, right? Even Diddy. None of these people are actually big enough to be what we're talking about. They're just one human being, all right, taking on the role of one of Shaitan's
Face.
followers, doing the works of them. So paperwork ain't gonna suffice. People gonna see paperwork and they don't give a damn. Think about it. People think people is guilty and still support them. You know what I mean? Paperwork ain't gonna do it. But you want to know what'll do it? Homeland Security.
Mm-hmm.
Homeland Security will do it. And the ones who sit above them. And the military companies that you don't know about. Because there are companies, private military companies.
Contract.
Exactly. So they'll do it. So when Kendrick, like the embassy next to get raided, he's alluding to, he ain't just saying Drake by saying that. Because why was Diddy's spot raided? You understand? So
That's a little
again,
deeper than music,
it's a
but they were
lot deeper.
saying a
It's
lot
a
there.
lot deeper. This is the year of the dragon. I already put out the call last year in my song called Dragon about Drake, what this is. Then I put it out the year before that in my song called Here Comes Santa Claus, 2022, where I talked about the dragon. Now we in the year of the dragon. I literally gave the prophecy. I said the year of the dragon is when they gonna all turn on the dragon. That's when they gonna turn on him. The dragon has to fall. It's prophecy. But here's what people's minds want to do, Vish. They want to think I'm only talking about Drake. I'm not. Again, he's not big enough for what I'm talking about. He just happens to be a read in your reality that expresses what we're talking about. So then everybody call me crazy. Then who comes out? It always happens like this. I'm always the crazy one until somebody who's more famous, more credible comes out and say the exact same shit I'm saying. They say, oh, we need to listen to, oh, this nigga fake. Maybe he's saying what he, or they won't acknowledge that I said it. And they'll just listen to whoever the fame. And we don't have no problem with that. It happened with D1. When they had D1 do that little commercial where he called out Rick Ross, Jim Jones, and Meek Mill, three of the safest gangsters to call out right now. He called them safe ass niggas out. And then the very next day, all them niggas had a response for him. Sway had him on the show. You know what I mean? Jim Jones was on the show immediately after that show. I said, oh, this is a press run. I know PR. And I said, he finna drop some shit. Next thing I know, he got an album. I'm like, okay, well, we gonna see how much this Christianity shit hold up then. Cause D1, why you ain't called out Drake? Send a this is for you, my brother message to Drake. Send a cease and desist message to the nigga who getting niggas killed. Not just Drake. Call out the 21 Savages, Nardo Wicks, Lil Babies, Young Thugs. Nah, y'all niggas is trying to use this Christian rap shit as a cloak is corny. You know what I mean? So when niggas are saying Christian rap is corny, please don't make a mistake to say that we're saying Christians are corny or that God is corny. No, we're saying it's corny what y'all are trying to do. Y'all are using religion to promote yourself, your own selfish desires. You don't care anything about the war, because if you did, it wouldn't have stopped at 3 niggas, and next thing you know, we need to talk about college and shit. No, keep going. Call out the whole industry, and don't stop there. Call out Sway. Ask Sway, why does he have the position he has? If it's literally a conversation about bringing everybody back to God, then D1, you can't stop at 3 niggas, bro. And then go sneak off to the corner with your newfound following who thought you was some rebel who needed to be protected. It's all
Can't
games.
argue.
It's
I
all
can't
games.
argue because
But that's
he was
damage control
specific.
too. D1
Yeah.
is damage control for phase one. D1 is crisis management for phase one. Listen to the name. Yeah, he put the locks up in the crown like I was doing in 2019 and wear the black bandana and, you know what I mean? Or we make them light skinned, you know, it's a little more appealing to the masses based off of the colorism clause. Bro, where the fuck is the war at then?
Yeah, but if you don't pick and choose,
I don't pick and choose.
everybody gets the same. Please believe it. If Kid Vicious end up doing some wild Illuminati shit, guess
I'm
who
gonna be
gonna
right on
call
here.
me?
I ain't even gonna sneak out to the corner.
And
I'm
that's
gonna be right on here.
my man. You know what I mean? He don't pick and choose. Anybody, you know what I mean? You just live within the truth, bro. That's all. The truth don't got no feelings. So
Yeah.
I mean, like you can not like what a nigga doing, but if he's speaking the truth, how can you fight it? That's it.
I got a lot of respect for you, bro.
Yeah.
I think you was the one. It was you and Vanny. Because remember when I first tried to, I don't know if you remember who Vanny Woods is. I don't know if you knew her or not. Right?
I met her when you met her.
Okay, cool. They tried to play me the first time, remember?
Mm-hmm.
I came in there, I ripped niggas. Medina and some other motherfucker was trying to like put me down like, oh, and I don't know about all that. And they wound up switching sides later. But you and Vanny was stepping up. You was like, y'all was going to play bro to the left. Because as soon as Vanny pulled me back, she actually snuck me back up. Right?
Yeah.
I knocked all them niggas off one by one. And it turned the whole room. And you was like, nah, but y'all was trying to act like bro went hard. You ain't even know me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I salute you. For everybody who's wondering what's going on, I'm going to say the same thing I tell everybody who walk with me. Keep watching. You know what I mean? And the same thing you see me doing, so long as you stand on truth, not only can you do the same thing, you will be able to do more. When they said a lot of people think only Moses and them was prophets. They had parts in their scriptures, and I'm not even Christian, but I know that the book has a lot to do with what's going on too. They said when it comes to spiritual gifts, right, they didn't want everybody to be ignorant about that. One of the spiritual gifts was prophecy. Here's how you tell whether or not a nigga really is that. If he say some shit gonna happen and it don't happen, that's not a prophet. But if he say some shit gonna happen and it happened, then you could classify him as that or her as that. You could. You don't have to because it's not necessary. Because we ain't looking for people to call it that or call us that. But we will say the same way we can call it for what it is, we can also pick up this pen and we can write that shit out. Right? So I'll leave you with this. When I win at Drake, everybody said I was clout chasing. It wasn't necessary. Da 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 da. You reaching, all this other stuff. I doubled down on the shit so many times. I explained. Even somebody just posted it. I think it was December 3rd when I did the. I think Dragon Exposed, Drake the Dragon Exposed with a brother Young Elder, right? I named all the shit that's going on right now. Everything that's going on right now. Now we in the year of the dragon. Okay, so is Drake the dragon? Yes. Okay. Is Drake the only dragon? No. There you go. People don't ask the right questions, so I got to give them the right questions. Is Drake the dragon? Yes. Is he the only dragon? No. Puff is one of them. I can go down the list. Some of the names y'all ain't gonna like to hear. They
I
got
want
their
to
hands in a
hear,
lot
man.
of this stuff.
I want to hear,
Huh?
Phase. I want to hear, man.
Hey, 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 all of that's coming. You got witches in the game. Let me tell you something. Tyrese Gibson, all right?
Yeah.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, he just came to Atlanta recently, and he was like, I need everybody to tell me who's the person in Atlanta that can help me learn how to meditate the best, right? Everybody start tagging me. I commented under it. I said, it's a trap, right? That's one of the witches. He ain't even really warlock because it's a whole nother conversation with that. He one of the witches. I knew one of the people that he was handling, right? I met him in a different way through Clubhouse, but he was handling her and grooming her to be a sacrifice. I won't say her name, right? But it was interesting how I even came across her. But the reason why, anytime I say interesting how I came across, is meaning I know exactly how. Okay, it'll be interesting to the person who hears it. So he started to show her little pictures of like hyena slaughter. She was putting me on to all of this. He put her up in a hotel. She was living free. She was sending me money, right? And she was asking me, she never told me the name, to help her get rid of this person because of how much she was sexually tied to this being. Then I found out it was Tyrese Gibson. And she was showing me different receipts of it and showing me different things he was posting and how he speaks. So I started to get involved a little bit. I told her what to do. I don't really like getting involved in this type of stuff because when you do that, you can inherit other people's demons. You know what I mean? It's a whole nother conversation. And if they pick up on the fact that you're trying to take one of their beings or souls that they claimed away, they'll start sending shit to fuck you up. So I don't like getting involved too much into it. I told her what to do. After like 3 phone calls later, after all of that, receipts and everything she's showing me, she was still doing the same thing, still fucking with him, da da da. I said, listen, this is where we stop. She said, what do you mean? I need your help. I said, no, I already gave you what to do. You won't do it. I said, if I intervene any further, you'll start fucking up what I got going on. Surely enough, Tyrese Gibson started posting little messages in the elite speak, right? He posted, this a while back, so y'all probably won't be able to see it immediately, but he posted some Jamaican track stars running, right? And I was telling her what she was dealing with was black magic, right? He posted some Jamaican track stars running, and he said something, 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 and in all caps, he put, we are black magic. I said, okay, I'm backing up. Because I already know what this is. That's how they communicate. That's how we communicate. You know what I mean? If you're from that craft. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to back up. I already told her what to do. My hands is off. Janet Jackson is one of the main witches. You know what I mean? It's some little ones, Saweetie. It's a few people that's, you got to wonder where they came from. Meg Thee Stallion. You got to wonder, look, all you got to do, if you think I'm crazy, right? Look at people eyes in their face. Or if you can't see their eyes, look at their face. Right? Go watch the interview that Meg Thee Stallion did with Young Miami and see how she laughs. And if I'm lying and making this up, because I've been saying this, ask yourself this question. Why should you want everybody to be hot girls? Hot, right? Promoting promiscuity, which fucked our communities up. Y'all remember Hot Girl Summer? You remember how many bodies these women caught from Hot Girl Summer? I know everybody would like to forget. Some women would probably like to forget. I didn't. Y'all were possessed by Lilith. And here's how possession works. An idea can possess a person, right? Music can possess a person. A type of food can possess a person, right? Chocolate can make somebody feel like having sex. Why do you think chocolate is promoted for Valentine's Day along with wine? It's all these things that make people feel comfortable and sexy. That's a form of possession, though. So people think possession just happens with demonic influence. All right? That's not the only way. So hot girl summer, all the hotties. I said, that's demonic. People say you reaching. That's, you know, she pop out dressed like a demon. Then she pops out dressed like a snake. And now snake has been her motto for the past few months.
Who you talking about? Meg the Stallion?
Meg the Stallion. That's a demon. I don't know how. Listen, this is what I like about this reality. This is how easy it is. All you got to do is ask people who claim that they're Christian, right? Does this align with God's way? Dressing like snakes, the serpent in the garden, right? They want the women to, listen, everything about the women is reveal, reveal, reveal. When the sacred way was to do the opposite. You know what I mean? Just all you got to do is ask people who claim that they're Christians, does this align with God's way? And when they try to pull the argument, because they will, that only God can judge them, please pull up the book of Revelation and show them what that judgment looks like. Because if they really knew what that judgment looked like, they probably wouldn't pull that card. Because God destroys, it ain't even just Revelation. In Genesis, Sodom and Gomorrah, in the Quran, Ad, all these places, they got destroyed for what y'all are doing. I'm not no saint. I'm not no self-righteous man, and I'm not Christian. All I'm saying is your realm is that easy that if you're saying you are Christian and believers of this way, then you shouldn't be confused as to why I would go against it. You would back it. You would get behind anybody who's not doing the D1 thing and all these other people. All right, that ain't to put them down. That's just to say we call cap. And until they really warring, we're going to continue to call cap on all of them. That's why I told y'all, you don't got to tag them in my post. Everybody that's rapping know who I am. If you on your way somewhere with this rap shit, you know me. Listen, you don't got to tag them. They know me. It's just that they don't want to align with me because I'm not going to play games. I'm not playing no God games. Cut it out. You know what I mean? If you want to play God games as a Christian rapper, then you would really be more on the lines of a Hebrew Israelite. You know what I mean? Actually keeping the way of the Christ you say you follow. And not picking and choosing, all right, the devils you're going to target. And also not picking and choosing which ways of the Most High you're going to stick to. All right? So then ask yourself this question. How long has this been going on? This war between Puffy and Pac, or the Bad Boys and the Angels, all right? Or Drake the Dragon versus Mikael and the rest of the Angels. Because if you don't know who Mikael is, all right, Mikael is Malachi York. Malachi York has a son, Jacob York. Jacob York was called Jake the Snake. Stay with me. Jacob York and P. Diddy is like this. They like this. When you hear them songs, I love it when you call me Big Papa. That's in association with Dr. York's son, Jacob York. He brought Lil' Kim to Dr. York. Jacob brought Lil' Kim to Dr. York and was like, yo, I want you to put money behind this artist. I got this new artist I want to work with, da-da-da-da-da. I want to try to manage, do all this other stuff. And Dr. York found out what she was about. He said, no, she's with the harlot. She's with the great whore of Babylon. I can't promote that. I can't even get behind that. Next thing you know, Jacob York pulled a case against his father. That's literally the chronicling. So then ask yourself this question. Jacob York is tied to Puff Daddy or P. Diddy, right? Or Sean Combs. Jacob York was also tied to Biggie. Tupac went against them. He said, we bad boy killers. Went to war with them and told people what they was going to try to do. Put himself on the cross, right? Told you who he was standing with. Said, kill Illuminati. Told you who he was standing with. And then eventually they got rid of him, right? They knew they were going to get rid of him anyway. That's why they put him on death row. Literally. They sent one of the Shugs of the Knights Templar, to pull him in, get him under contract. And of course it would be seen as a good thing because at that time, Tupac was in prison as one of the ones who were persecuted after righteousness' sake. They said you'll be in prison. These are some of the things that can happen to you. He was in prison on allegations that he was fighting. And then a savior came as a Suge Knight and put him on death row. Right? And then he ended up being killed. You understand how deep this go? All right. So Diddy get raided. Diddy getting called out. The last post on Diddy's page was a tunnel. A tunnel with TD Jake's voice playing in the background. A tunnel. I don't know if people I don't know if people get me. Right?
That shit sounds crazy. That shit sounds crazy. I just want you to let them know. You know what I mean? It feels like sometimes people be following and then you will drop something like that. And I feel like I got it. But I just be feeling like they be coming up with their own interpretation of what you're saying sometimes. And you know what I mean?
Yeah, okay, the tunnel is where they, all right, tunnel is business. There are multiple meanings for tunnel, right? Hyenas is big. Okay, you want to interesting? Remember the hyenas? Dig a tunnel, dig a tunnel, dig a tunnel, dig a tunnel. Okay, the hyenas is the ones who capture the children and take them to the tunnels. Didn't I just tell you? Tyrese Gibson was sending images of slaughtered hyenas to the lady, also with hyenas with blood on their face, and he was saying she was saying he was sending a lot of weird stuff to her, as if he was trying to see if she was going to respond a certain way, right? The tunnels is where they bring the children through, right? The tunnels lead to underground trains, okay, underwater trains. This is real deep. They put a very disturbing movie in front of us as children, Monsters, Inc., right? They put another movie out recently, Love and Thunder, Thor, right? Go watch that. How they captured the children, took them to this dark world on the moon or something like that, or another planet. Okay. Human trafficking is a business. And not a single government is unaware about it. And not a single government is not involved. Again, who is the god of this planet? Who runs this world? If you look out at this world right now, I'm just keeping it simple. If you're so conscious that you're not Christian anymore, then you should definitely understand this, unless you're not conscious as you think you are. Because if I'm saying something as simple as God and devil, you should understand what I'm saying. All right? If you look at this world and you had to ask yourself, do the nefarious or virtuous ones run it? What would be the simple answer? The nefarious ones, right? They done ran commercials in front of you. Balenciaga. I was following a pastor from Atlanta, right? I don't even remember his name. I call it. I was rocking with him, seeing what he was doing. Next thing I know, he popped out with a Balenciaga outfit. I'm like, these people are clueless. Did you forget what the Balenciaga ad was about and what they was doing with them children? You understand? So they're using the tunnels, key point, to run the children through these businesses. And it's not just children, all right? It's also adults. So here's how they do it. Melanin dominant children or black children, right? They go a certain way. Melanin recessive children or white children, they go a certain way. And then they get picked apart, sometimes literally, right? All of this is gains for these beings. Some of these beings were doing business a while back that ain't doing business no more. Here's how you knew they were doing business. Remember the milk carton? The children who kept popping up on the milk cartons? Remember how the majority of them was Caucasoid, melanin recessive, right? A lot of the Caucasian parents were not feeding their children heavy sugars and toxins, right? they were feeding their children healthy, nutritional diets. Remember that, okay? So those types of beings that were doing business at that time, they didn't want to feed on children who had toxins in their blood. So a lot of the children that were going missing in the milk carton era, if you remember, were melanin recessive children. Okay? Ask yourself, what happened to those millions of children? And how can the government find Saddam Hussein hiding up under a grain of sand and they can't find children that are in this day and time? You got way more advanced technology. Go watch the movie Enemy of the State, right? That's back then. That's damn near 20 years ago.
That was back then.
Back then. You ain't watch Enemy of the State, you should still watch it, because I'm telling you, they're literally putting it out there, showing you what this is. Nothing is private, not even your thoughts. Let me tell you how. Some of you might not want to hear this. Your thoughts are not even private, right? And you know it. You ever just been thinking, damn, I need to go get my license? You didn't even say it. You thinking, I need to go get my license. Or I need to, damn, I want to go to get me something to eat from Red Lobster. Boom. Then you get on the computer, there's a Red Lobster commercial. Or you get on the computer, or you open up your phone, or you go to a YouTube video, you know what I mean? Come down to the DDS, da-da-da-da. And you looking around, and we ain't there, but they are. And they laughing, but you can't hear them. All right, I'm gonna tell you something else. I've been telling people this. I'm going to be crazy until around 20, 27, 28, 29, 30, right? Because the quantum revolution, a quantum technological industrial revolution isn't really going to pick up till next year. You know what I mean? They could be standing in your house and you don't know it. Quantum stealth technology is not fucking hard. They've been at it since the 30s. You understand? They could be listen, some of y'all have experienced this. This is why I'm putting these examples out here. This is how you wonder, how can a child be playing in the yard and the adult is literally watching them? They turn their back, the child is gone. I'll tell you how. Remember the Monsters, Inc. movie? When they walk through them doors, and then they walk through the door, close it, you open it back up, ain't nobody, there's not, that same realm they just walked through ain't even there no more. That's called a Stargate or a portal. Remember when the children used to say they saw monsters in the closets? Doors are portals, literally. Right? Closed, tight spaces are portals, literally. That's where you get videos of niggas talking about they crawled under the sink, you know what I mean, and went through a wormhole. All right, this is just how your realm works. So they put it in a movie so that when I say it, it sounds crazy. Watch this. The way that it happens is a child could literally be playing. You take your eye off of them, and they step out of that Harry Potter, what do you call it, invisibility cloak. That was all magic until recently, where even the Chinese are producing things similar with quantum stealth technology. It's only a science of light and how it interacts with your reality. It's not that complicated. Go look into it, then call me crazy, right? But don't call me crazy first, all right? Because I'm telling you this. You've experienced where somebody came to your door and did this. All right? You right by the door. You open that bitch. Ain't nobody out there. You walk out and say, what the fuck? Listen, by show of emojis, who is this happening to? Either. I'm just saying. By show of emoji, who does it happen to? You. Somebody knock. And I'm not talking about niggas that live in the hood. That's nigga knocking. They got you. All right? I'm talking about niggas that, listen, you go right to the door. Open. Yeah. What the fuck? You walk outside. You looking around. You actually done walk down your whole block. Looking for whoever the fuck could have. And guess what? As soon as you open that door and walk out, they walk in. They walk in. You want to know where they showed you that at? A movie called Hollow Man. Hollow Man. Don't get tricked by the words. They actually had a scene in it where Hollow Man knocks. Somebody opened the door and he went in. You understand? Don't get tricked by Hollow, okay? because hollow is dealing with a type of technology. It's advanced quantum tech that's being personified or manifested as tricks of light or smoke and mirrors, holograms. Okay, so he said hollow man is not that the nigga was literally hollow. Invisible didn't mean hollow. You understand? Invisible mean you're not able to see that being or that person. So think about all the times shit been falling down in your house. Some people been walking with me that have heard me say this already. Shit done fell down in your house. You like, what the fuck? And your grandma was talking about them spirits. No, that was somebody from the CIA.
Hey,
Go ahead.
hey, I agree. Hey, listen, some of the stuff you saying, I agree because, you know, I ain't gonna say it recently happened, but, you know, like me growing up and stuff like that, I remember it been a few times when I've been certain places and I've been in the crib and it's like I hear a knock on the door, but it don't even sound like a knock, but you hear the knock on the door and you go open the door, ain't no fucking body there. So, hey, that shit be happening. But not saying that it's some weird shit going on, but somebody could have knocked on the door or something. But yeah, that shit do happen. But see, I'm gonna tell you something. A lot of people don't be honest with themselves, so you know they don't dig that deep. They just look at the surface, so they think you're going crazy. Like Nas said in that song, people fear what they don't understand and hate what they can't conquer. You see what I mean?
Exactly. You ever had a dog?
Yeah, I had plenty dogs.
They ever just bark at shit and you don't see what they barking at?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
you know,
I had one used to bark and howl at night. I had one that used to bark and howl at night, and I used to look outside the window when I was young. I used to look outside the window, and I'm like, who the fuck is they barking at? Who the fuck is they howling at? Is they seeing something that we can't see or something? Because if you notice, if you don't bother, a dog don't make an emotion unless it's triggered by something.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fact.
So they don't see how we see. They sense.
So if a dog barking and howling and shit, and you looking dead at the motherfucker, and you don't see nobody and no plain sight,
Yeah.
that shit gotta be something, man.
It is.
That shit always, that type of shit, the dog barking, and then, you know what I mean? I done got up, nigga, with the strap, nigga, like, you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck is going on?
You know that bark.
But it always made me feel weird as a motherfucker. I almost like my skin kind of crawl when there's nobody there. You know what I mean? It kind of just like,
Nah, but
fuck?
also dogs have a sense of barking when people are not that close, where they're incoming. For example, like, let's say if they know somebody's, like, let's say Vish, you was coming to my crib and you was like 2-3 doors down. The dog will start barking before you even get to my house because they got the sense. It's like a sense that they have. Like, we always know when someone's pulling up to the crib because the dogs start wigging out, jump in the window and start wailing. I mean, that's just a sense that dogs have. Well, much more animals, but we talking about dogs right now in a sense. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
But you ever
and they got different type of barks too.
You ever had a dog, Wiggins? You ever had a dog in your house that you sitting on the couch and the motherfucker sitting down in another space just looking up at like a clear blank? Like, they might be looking at
my dog do that right now. I got a Morkie. So my dog do that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like, I know exactly what you mean.
But dogs only do that when they either trigger or when they got the sense of somebody there. Dogs and cats and a lot of animals move off of, like how you say, sense. Like if they sense somebody is there or they sense something, that's how they react. So and I used to have a dog, and every night at a certain time, I'd be watching TV. The motherfucker be looking like dead at looking at the wall. Like, I'm like, damn, what the fuck is he looking at? There ain't nothing on the wall, no pictures, no nothing. He just sitting up, standing there, looking up, doing basic shit.
Let me pose this question real quick. I want FAISE to answer this question.
They going crazy in the comments about dogs.
So listen, Jay-Z and Beyonce, where we at? Because Jay-Z one of my favorite rappers, I ain't gonna lie.
Okay.
Like before you even answer that, let me just say why I feel like Jay-Z is the creative player of hip hop to me. Like the 99, like he started off rapping fast and shit. Like he wasn't like super dope, super lyrical, none of that shit. I feel like he advanced. I feel like him taking an independent route, him and one of his homies, you know what I'm saying? And they went on to do amazing things. They also put other black men in situations,
Yeah.
people who we never would have heard of, bro. We never would have heard of the Young Guns or Beanie Siegel and none of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? And Kanye came under that cloth. I watched this dude grow with hip hop. He was talking to dope man, drug dealer shit. And as he got older, he told people, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, grow up, basically.
Yeah,
Put
he
a
did what
button
he's
up
supposed to
on.
do. Be a man.
You know what I mean? And he starts speaking about things like, you know what I mean? Like people owning things and
Hey.
shit like that. Like, so for me,
Oh,
he one of the people who just, you know what I mean? Like he grew up in hip hop, like getting Beyonce as Jay-Z. I remember Nas and Jay-Z was doing the struggle to fight over Beyonce. Jay-Z ended up getting it. You feel what I'm saying? So his story to me is the craziest story that you could hear. But where you at with it, FAISE? I know you got a different outlook.
Jay-Z?
Yeah, I'm confused. What just happened?
Shit. Jay-Z
Maybe I
know
was
what's
talking
going
about
on.
this
He got
before I
his
got
hands in some shit too. He know what's going on.
yeah, I think what it is, you right, Tish, as far as the Jay-Z.
Wait,
But
wait,
Jay-Z always been a strategizer. He always been a strategizer, which and that could be a good thing or that could be a good thing because you got to look at all the artists that he had or that was really like under him, and you got a lot of artists like really exposing them right now. They try to say that.
My bad. Hey, saying Nas didn't want Beyonce, that's cap.
No,
That's
Nas
cap.
did want Beyonce.
I know that for a fact, nigga.
But
I know
It's
that
like,
for
hold on,
Beyonce wanted
just
Nas
like,
too. Beyonce wanted Nas though. Beyonce they
was playing tug of war with that girl.
They
And
asked Beyonce in an interview.
Nas ended up getting Khalif.
Vish, they asked Beyonce in an interview.
Oh, shit, that's Burns?
What's your best rapper?
Yeah.
Huh?
That's Burns?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, I ain't noticed you with that little ass hat. Yo, my fault, Vicious. I couldn't help myself, bro. Yo, go ahead. I tried.
Put some glasses on.
I tried.
You looking at it, nigga.
Nah, just leave it there with that little ass hat because I just want to keep the conversation going. I just couldn't help myself. I'm known for wigging. I just, you know what I mean? Just keep it civilized. My fault, Vicious.
Let me help you out. This might be a little better.
Yeah, it is.
You know what I mean?
That's nice. That's nice.
Might be a little bit. You sure?
About
Sure?
Jay-Z and Beyonce. Yeah, hold on. Jay-Z and Beyonce, Vish. Jay-Z and Beyonce.
No. I'm going through the comments, and I know.
This a little fit up. You want me to go OG status?
Nah. Oh, nah. See, I like that right there. See, that's that OG shit. I like that.
Wait.
What you talking about? Pull up in an all gray suit with the King Nasty. Pull up in an all gray suit with the King Nasty.
Hold on. FAISE.
Yo,
do you feel like Jay-Z is on the Diddy, like what Diddy's getting accused of? Okay, because Diddy didn't get charged for nothing yet. Let's be patient here. We heard a lot, but until he get charged, we got to show a little bit of patience. But do you feel like Jay-Z is one of those people trafficking?
I wouldn't doubt the trafficking. I haven't heard too much about the trafficking though on him. But with him, it's for sure the dark arts. Surely
Jay Dixon.
Surely blood work. It's surely, listen, he was one of the ones walking up under Dr. York. But then he switched. You know what I mean? All you gotta do is go back to Jazzo, the originators. They had probably, listen, I know some of Dr. York's sons, all right, who know Jay-Z personally, that were right there with him in the Ansar Law days in New York, in Brooklyn, Bushwick Avenue. You know what I mean? Everybody was saluting Dr. Malachi York. Even Nas did. He saluted him in the Triple Threat song, I think it was, right? When he was like, he'll probably get shot. He said, because I rap like Dr. Malachi York, right? Or because I talk like Dr. Malachi York. All right. When Nas beefed with Jay-Z, that's how deep the beef was going, because he was like, bro, you sold your soul for riches. Nigga, like, you was with us. What happened? The reason why now it's called that song Ether is because that's what Dr. York was pushing, non-ether. You know what I mean? And the alleviation of the demonic societies. So again, Jay-Z ran with, I'm a God. He took the money. He took the deal, if you know what I'm talking about.
Over.
Okay.
But go ahead.
You said what?
I said, you said Jay-Z ran with I'm a God, right?
Yeah.
And I just said, as an ad-lib, Hova, keep going. That's which means that this makes sense.
Yeah.
Keep going.
He ran with, happy birthday, girl. What's up?
Happy birthday, whoever that is. Salute.
Give me a second.
Facts.
Let's talk.
Yeah, commercial time. Let's talk. Nah, commercial time, nigga. That big stupid ass hoodie you got on. Yo, Vish, I got the permission to wig on this nigga? Your hat? Look, never mind. Go ahead, Vish. My fault.
You can't even see me. Glasses, man.
Yo, Burns, your shit muffled right now. I can't wig with you and your shit muffled. I don't like to fight unfair, bro. His phone sound like that. Nah, that nigga went underwater. All he missing is the scuba tank, yo. Nah, we got him. I ain't want to do it to Burns because I fuck with the ball, but we got him. All he missing is the scuba tank. It's an intermission.
Why at least I could be a man
that,
and say, my phone fucked up, man. I got a good phone, but I don't know what's going on with it.
It sound like your hand might be up under the speaker.
Yeah, like you holding the speaker or something, like, because you was clear a second ago.
So
whenever you do that, you louder than Wiggins, which is not often.
Yeah. But that's only because I ain't Wiggins. I'm on my regular shit.
Loud, Mike.
Yeah, let me check that. Vish, let me ask you a question. What you think about Cam? What you think about Cam putting Jay-Z on blast like that, like he doing?
It wasn't on blast. That's the thing. It would be on blast if Jay-Z didn't know Biggie. If one of the last interviews Biggie did, he wasn't saying the next nigga I picked is Jay-Z. You feel what I'm saying? Like that. Even the bars that Jay-Z used with Biggie lyrics, that's not what Jay-Z is known to be great for, bro.
No,
lyrically.
I know that, but he trying to say that Jay used a lot of other rappers' lines.
Not other rappers. The only shit that he had was mainly Jay-Z and one Tupac joint.
Nah, he had a Snoop line. He had a Snoop line on that H to the Izzo.
Yeah, but all people.
Why niggas acting like Jay-Z wasn't lit before? Let's be real, y'all. Why niggas acting like Jay-Z wasn't lit before? Wait, hold on. Your mic is not good, and you really trying to do this right now? Nah, we not gonna do that. Yo, look. How the fuck we gonna act like Jay-Z wasn't? And I don't like Jay-Z. I said this last time. I don't even fuck with Rockefeller. Ever since they dissed D-Block and all that, and the lock started going back and forth, I'm a Styles fan. But Jay-Z, this one I don't understand. How can niggas talk about this when Jay-Z was lit before he even did these type of things that people are saying? He was lit.
Yeah.
He was lit. Know what I'm saying? He had hits. He had bangers before he started. How can I say it with the air quotes? Sampling niggas' lines. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you right. You right. You definitely right.
And look, niggas is wigging on me right now. Niggas is like, yo, he a bar thief. Niggas said he garbage. Niggas is saying all this other shit. But the reality is this. I'm a realist. Like, Jay-Z may be garbage to y'all, but he made music that sells. So obviously he's not that garbage. You know what I'm saying? So let's just keep it real, my nigga. I didn't used to listen to Bubba Sparks, but that motherfucker was lit at one point. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Like,
Nelly,
let's just keep it real.
I don't listen.
That's a fact, Val. Nobody fucking with the locks. No one.
No. They
one.
They're not.
That's the thing, right? So Slick Rick, Biggie, Pop, Kane.
Snoop.
He came up under Kane. Slick Rick's a legend. Biggie and him are on record calling each other that brothers. Yeah, so you can't. You get what I'm saying? Like, but this is my point. Pointing at that type of shit when it's niggas really out here biting lyrics and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's really happening. It's really happening. But it's like people nitpick at certain shit, and it's just like.
Wait. What was the nitpick? What happened?
So hold on. The live counting down right now. I'm gonna restart.
All right, we spinning back.
We come back.
But yeah, we'll chop it.
Daddy?